Shalom, shalom to the elect out there, to the 144,000. Also, shalom to the others that's putting this work. I want to start out by saying Barakatah Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Rakah Kwadash. And in English, that will mean all praise to the Most High, in the name of the Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Matthew 28 and 19. Go therefore, teaching all nations, where the Israelites are scattered, the elect, because we are everywhere around the whole world. Don't matter where it is, there are Israelites there, but we're really looking for the elect. Baptizing them in the name of the Father, Yahawah, and in the name of the Son, Yahawashi, and in the name of the Holy Spirit, the Rakah Kwadash. So, when you come into this truth, man, you got to be serious about it. It's a certain way you got to carry yourself. It's a certain way you got to live. Walking with Yahawashi. Walking with Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi. Salakim. It's a certain way you got to do things. You got to have faith. You got to believe. You got to trust in. And then with doing all that, having faith and believing and trusting, then you got to do your part. You can't just live worldly and do everything that you want to do and kick it with all the wicked people and do all this wicked stuff. And then we'll say, well, I trust that he's got my back. I trust that he's going to keep me safe. I trust. No, it don't work like that. Because if you put trust in me and have faith in me and believe in me, then you got to do the things that I tell you to do. Because once you come into this truth, you are commanded to do things. And if you commanded to do them, he expects them to be done. Just like you expect your prayers to be answered. A lot of people feel like they can live however they want and then just pray and it's going to work. But just think about it. Okay, we all have parents. Your parents tell you, you get good grades and I'll give you this. If you don't get the good grades, you shouldn't be expecting this, and they probably not going to give it to you. I know my parents wasn't. If I ain't get good grades, I wasn't getting what I asked for. So with our Father up above, who don't play that, he commanded you to do that. He ain't saying, hey, it's all right. No. I'm commanding this, and this is what I'm expecting. Especially since you over here expecting your prayers to be answered. I command you to do some things. You expecting things out of me, I'm commanding some things out of you. And if you can't do the commands, then don't expect nothing. Hebrews 11 and 6. And it is impossible to please Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi without faith. Without faith. A lot of people, they just think they can pray, but they don't really have faith. They don't really believe that, yeah, my grandparents talked about that. Yeah, you don't got faith. So it is impossible for you to please Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi. Anyone who wants to come to him must believe that Yahawah exists and that he rewards those who sincerely seek him. Sincerely, not iffy and no. No. You're not going to be 100% all the way in, then you're not in. You're not in. Then Yahawashi said to his disciples, if any of you wants to be my follower, you must give up your own ways, your own life, the way you're living, take up your cross and follow me. Be willing to sacrifice everything that you got going on and follow Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi. If you want to walk, you got to take up your cross and go through the same things that Yahawashi went through. You got to do that. You got to be willing to do that. You got to be willing to do that. If you're not willing to do that, then you're not trying to follow. You're not trying to be a follower. And a lot of our people don't want to be followers. They want to live their life. They got big money and got all the cars and the clothes and the women and that stuff ain't gonna mean nothing. The only thing that's gonna matter is if you following Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, because Yahawashi is the light. And if you don't have the light, you in darkness. And to have all that stuff, but to be in darkness, you know what happens to people when they're in darkness? A lot of them are evil, doing evil things. A lot of them, look at all them people on that Epstein's list. Wicked. A lot of people committing suicide because they don't have the light. The light equals life. The darkness equals destruction. First Peter 2:21. For Yahawah called you to do good, even if it means suffering, just as Yahawashi suffered for you. So we following the Yahawashi who suffered for us. He is your example, and you must follow in his steps. So whatever Yahawah doing, that's what we trying to be doing. Walking with Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi. So you got to walk with him in his steps. So if that means death, Yahawashi died. That means going through a lot of pain. They stabbed him up. They nailed him to a cross. He had to carry the cross for however long, miles. He went through a lot of pain. People didn't believe in him. We got to go through that same stuff. But all that stuff will make us stronger, make us better, and make us even more connected. And I'm willing to go through that. Colossians 2:6. And now, just as you accept the Yahawashi as your Lord, you must continue to follow him. That's what we got to do. Continue to follow him. Continue to follow him. You can't get to the Father without getting through the Son. You can't get to Yahawah without getting through Yahawashi. It's impossible. It's impossible. My sheep listen to my voice. I know them and they follow me. He know them and call them by name. And they follow him. Are you following him? Do he know you by name? Is your name written in the book of life? Because if it's not, you're going to catch one of these missiles. Everybody talk about the lake of fire being some place that you just dig down in the ground far enough and it's going to be fire everywhere. No. That's the way they teach you in Sunday church. That's a lie. The lake of fire is the 200 million army, the 200 million man army, which is the missiles. The missiles. When those missiles hit this place, and when the chariot lasers beaming down, burning people, then that will be your lake of fire. So when the Bible is talking about the lake of fire, it's talking about the missiles hitting America and the chaser, Salakim, the chariot lasers beaming down on this place, firing it up. That's what's going to be the lake of fire. Micah 6 and 8. No, oh, people, the Lord Yahawah has told you what is good. And what does the Lord Yahawah require of you? To act justly and to love mercy and to walk humbly with your God, Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi. It didn't say do what you want to do and continue living how you want to, because the way you live, and if you live in worldly, he's not walking with you. They only coming to sit with people who's trying to connect spiritually, who's doing what they're supposed to be doing, what the will of the Father is. Calling on his name, believing, having faith, walking in truth. Not doing whatever you want to do. Doing whatever you doing is going to consist of being worldly. And that's not where he's at. He's not going to be there either. John 15 and 7. If you remain in me and my words remain in you, ask whatever you wish and it will be done for you. But you got to remain. You got to remain in that book. And when you read those words, they got to stay in you. And you got to apply them to your life. That's remaining, the word remaining in you. You applying it to your life. No, you're not going to be perfect. But as you start to learn things and you continue to learn, you'll start making changes in your life. I had locks for 3 years. Once I started learning this truth correctly, it was like, oh, I got to get rid of these. If a woman's glory is her hair, a woman's glory and a man's glory ain't the same thing. So I had to learn, you got to cut your hair. Your glory is your strength, your ability to read these scriptures and understand, your ability to understand things and make things happen. Oh, okay. Well, and my stuff was down here. I started learning. As you start learning, you start making changes. If you're trying to walk with Yahawashi, you're going to do the things that he did. Make changes. He ain't going to let you continue walking worldly with him. No. No. Now, did we all start out worldly? Yes. 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 But you have some people that are trying to make changes and be born again. John 8 and 12. Yahawashi spoke to the people once more and said, I am the light of the world. So if you ain't rocking with Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, you ain't got no light. You in darkness. So it says, John 8 and 12. Yahawashi spoke to the people once more and said, I am the light of the world. If you follow me, you won't have to walk in darkness because you will have the light that leads to life. So if you walking in darkness, that's destruction. Being worldly, walking in the worldly life, that's destruction. All the people that's living in the world and not trying to connect to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, they're going to go into destruction. It's not going to be a good thing. Yahawashi is the light. So what we supposed to be doing, Deuteronomy 8 and 6. So obey the commands of the Lord Yahawah your God, by watching Salakim. Deuteronomy 8 and 6. So obey the commands of the Lord Yahawah, your God, by walking in his ways and fearing him. If you fear him, once you start to learn these laws and stuff, you start trying to keep them. You ain't going to be able to keep every law, but you're going to start trying to keep them. You're going to be scared. Oh, shoot, I don't want to, dang, I don't want to mess this up. Once you fear him, you want to call him by his real name. You don't want to be, if you know saying the name in vain is a commandment that you should not say the name in vain, you're going to try to learn the correct ways. You're going to learn the correct names. You ain't going to be calling him anything you want, calling him by titles. They go by many titles, but they have one name, Yahawah, and the son is Yahawashi. So with fearing them, you're going to learn the real names so that you can call on them when things are going on. You can't call on God and Jesus and expect Yahawah or Yahawashi to help. No, you got to continue calling on your God and your Jesus, which are your slave masters. That's not fearing him, calling him a slave master. That's not fearing him, calling him the white man. Bronze-skinned wool hair. Bronze-skinned wool hair. Not the white guy with blonde hair and blue eyes. That's what you calling on when you calling on God and Jesus. You gotta cut that out. Gotta cut that out. That ain't representing Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi. You gotta cut that out, man. John 2 and 5. Those who obey Yahawah's word truly show how completely they love him. This is how we know we are living in him. If we obey, if we do what we're commanded to do, that's how we show. That's how we know we living in him. And that's how we show that we completely love him. By doing what he told us to do. By walking with Yahawashi. Psalms 1 and 2. Blessed is the one who does not walk in steps with the wicked. Being worldly is wicked. Or stand in the way that sinners take. Rolling with the worldly people, with the wicked people, with the sinners. Or sit in the company of mockers. People talking bad. You over there with them talking bad too. Then you want to come over here in your long time and pray. No. You over there with the sinners and the mockers, stay over there. Stay over there. Psalms 1 and 2. But who delights is in the law of the Lord Yahawah, and who meditates on his law day and night, that's who is blessed. That's the blessed one. Not the one doing whatever they want. We all started out doing what we wanted. But if you got that call, you were supposed to start doing things differently. Start carrying yourself differently. Start walking differently. Living differently. Because once you got Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi on your side, you're going to walk totally differently. Totally different. Because you start to feel the things. You start to feel them. Once you start to feel them, it's like, okay, go this way. Because they walking with you. They guiding your steps. So it's better to walk with Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi. Because Yahawashi is doing whatever Yahawah told him to do. And we supposed to be doing whatever Yahawashi tell us to do. And that's going to connect us all together. But if you doing what you want to do, you can't add in Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, because you're doing what you want to do. You're on the left-hand side. You got to roll with the left-hand side, which is the devil's side. We trying to be on the right-hand side with Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, because Yahawashi is on the right-hand side. So, just like it said in Matthew 16:24, then Yahawashi said to his disciples, if any of you wants to be my follower, you must give up your own way, whatever you doing, however you living, the ways you thinking, and take up your cross and follow me. Be willing to sacrifice everything and follow Yahawashi. That's what we got to do. You can't wait to the end. A lot of people are going to wait till, well, I don't see no missiles. I don't. Then when you see them missiles, you want to start praying. You're going to know the names and everything. You ain't never called them by the real names. But when you see these missiles and stuff, you're going to start, oh, we believe. Nah, it's too late. Too late. And when I meant 200 million, it was the warheads. I couldn't get it out, but it just came to my head. Barakatah Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi. The 200 million warheads. It'll be a lot of missiles, but the warheads is going to be more. So 200 million warheads. Go look it up. Go look it up. So to please Yahawah, we have to have faith and believe and trust in. And if you have faith and you believe and you trust, you're going to be willing to walk. You're going to be willing to walk with Yahawashi. You're going to be willing. You ain't going to have no questions. You're just going to do it. Because you know they got the best interest for us. So with that, I want to say Barakatah Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Rakah Quadash. And in English, that will mean all praise to the Most High, in the name of the Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit. I also want to give double honors to the apostles and elders and brothers of Great Millstone. Shalom.